Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Four from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for May 14th, 2024. Let's take a quick look at today's market. Well, we had some big news out this morning. We had both PPI, which came in a little hotter than expected, and then about an hour and a half later, we had Fed Chair Powell speak, and he basically said that we should continue to expect rates to remain where they are for a little longer. And we didn't really see much of a reaction in the market. It was surprising, not much. And I thought, okay, here we go again, another very quiet day. And overall, it wasn't a huge mover by any means. But when I did my scan tonight, we did get a few good trade candidates. So for our members, hold tight near the end of this video. I will be going through those. Well, let's have a look at what the market did today. The Dow here up about 114 points, so getting closer and closer to the all-time highs, looking pretty good. The S&P 500 up 23 points. It is right there, very close to the highs. The Qs, those tech stocks, up 114 points. So again, not a huge day, but here we are inching closer and closer to those highs. And the Russell 2000, it was up 25 points as well. That's not the Russell 2000. Let's try this again. There we are. This is the Russell right here. And as you can see, finished off its highs, but again, getting closer to those prior highs there. If we look at crude oil here, crude oil was down about 64 cents on the day. Now, we do have a short sell here, but as you can see, the higher time frame not aligned just yet. So we'll just sit tight. Gold today. Let's have a look at gold. And gold was up 20 points. We have a buy. Let's expand this a little. Here we are. So what do we do when we don't have slope on the 20? Well, because the slope here is sloping lower, not higher the way we want it for a long setup. So we either have to wait till we take out a prior high or we retest the 20. So I don't think this is valid here, but it's a step in the right direction. We're back above the 20. We know we're very close to all-time highs. And gold looking very bullish overall. The higher time frames are aligned. Everything's in order. So all we need to do is wait for a move above this prior high here, which was 2385, or a retest of the 20. And lastly, the dollar index today. Let's have a look at the dollar index. And the dollar today moving slightly lower here. As we finish at 105, basically on the day. So still looking like it's rejected at that 20 right there. Now, again, big talk today. Everything today was about those meme stocks, right? GME, AMC, huge gaps up this morning. Just a monster move. Look at where it opened, all the way up here. I mean, what it got to, I think 72 before it turned around and closed at 48.75. So wild swings. We see this on AMC and a few others. I'll go through a couple other charts here. Actually, let's go through them now quickly, and then I'll come back here and show you something on the options. AMC, huge gap up here this morning. Again, pulling back and giving back about half that move by the end of the day, but it's just crazy what's been going on. Even BlackBerry was higher, and reason I'm chuckling a little here is our members know the story with Raul and BlackBerry. Excuse me, with Raul and BlackBerry. Don't be surprised if he shows up to the chat wearing a red bandana tomorrow. That'd be awesome. But it got close to 4, finishing the day off at 347. There are a few others. FFIE. I mean, Raul pointed me to this one. I had no idea this was even something on the radar of these meme traders. But have a look at this move. I think it was at a half a cent before. today or 2 days ago, and here we are at 28 and a half. I mean, this is just craziness what's going on. And you know, I'm not crazy about it, and it's not my kind of thing. But you know what? If you want to participate in something like this, um, certainly, sometimes there's ways with the options to take a very small amount of risk for some much bigger potential gains. So if we bring up the option chain here on GME, you'll notice that of course the implied vol is huge, and you know they've added numerous strikes, and they're very expensive now because of that. I mean, look at the at the money, the 49, it's about 13 points, right? And these expire on Friday, right? May 17th here. They expire on Friday. It's Tuesday. I mean, we got 3 days. So this is all time value here, which is all going to go away in the next 3 days. So, you know, when you think of selling these options for that premium, it can get very exciting. But, you know, with the amount of movement here, it could also get very risky. So something much safer that you can do for a very small amount. Let's just say you think this is going to get another bump tomorrow. Look at something like the 50-55 um, debit spread, right? What is the difference in cost? You buy the 50, you sell the 55. You're paying less than a buck 50 for this for a 5 wide strike. You can pay about 3 for a 10 wide, right? So you can take a small amount of risk for a bigger return. Are you going to make millions like those guys that buy 1,000 contracts of this before it gets moving, and then, you know, turns their 27,000 into 2 million? You know, no, but would I ever want to risk 27,000 on something like this? I mean, this is purely gambling. It's nothing but hype. We know the company doesn't merit this kind of valuation, that sort of thing. But it's something you can do if you want to participate in this kind of move. So anyway, hopefully with PPI out of the way now and CPI coming tomorrow. Remember, this is the big one tomorrow. CPI 8:30 a.m. Eastern. If once we get that out of the way, hopefully we start to see some more movement here and a lot more action in the days ahead. So um, keep an eye on the futures market after 8:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. It will tell you more or less where or what's about to happen once the market opens at 9:30 Eastern.